Welcome to another 123 webinar. Today's webinar is all about 123 websites. We'll start by mentioning some improvements to our services, followed by some practical advice on how to get the most from your 123 website. Due to the lockdown, we're offering two free additions to your website. The first is a news ticker, and the second is a home learning section. The news ticker is great for highlighting important news. It's easy to edit, and Andy is going to talk you through this in a moment. The other free service we have offered during the lockdown is creating a section for home learning. Many schools have already taken advantage of these free services after reading about them in our newsletter. If you would like either a free news ticker or home learning pages added to your website, just email us at websites@123ict.co.uk. Another of our website services is the resources section of our website. This area hosts handy guides on all aspects of websites. We'll be constantly adding new content, such as free graphics to use on your site. These resources will be free to all owners of a 123 ICT website. Please request a password if you'd like access to the resources section. Our last bit of news is that we're developing some newly styled themes. Our first new theme is 123 Impact. This theme is a full-screen image-led theme that will give a refreshing modern impression for your school. As well as cosmetic differences, the theme has several internal enhancements, such as a leaner dashboard area with a direct link to our website resources. All our new themes will be built on the same tried and tested framework, retaining the ease of use and optimization for primary schools. If you already have a 123 ICT website, the cost of a new theme will be discounted to an upgrade cost rather than the cost of a new website. If you would like to know more about our new theme, please contact us for more information. Now let's hear from Andy Campbell, who's going to give you some tips on getting the most out of your 123 website.
Thanks, James. First, we're going to look at how to change the message on your website homepage news ticker. The news ticker is an excellent way of making messages stand out to the website visitor. Now, the early versions required a little knowledge of HTML code, but this latest version has a visual editor, just like all the pages and posts on your website, and it requires no knowledge of code on how to amend it. When you are working on your website, normally you work on the front visible or public view of the website, and you use the admin bar up the top to edit your pages and your posts and various other things. But to update your ticker, you have to visit the dashboard or the admin area of the website, and to do that you hover over the name of the website, and from the drop down below you select dashboard. The dashboard then appears, and from your various lists of things on the left hand side we scroll down to news tickers and we select news tickers. And here we have our homepage news ticker that we want to amend today. Now, to amend it, we can hover over the name and choose edit from the drop down below, or we can simply click on the title of it and the editor appears for the ticker. There it is, the name of the ticker. It's the homepage news ticker that we're editing. Here below that we have the short code, which is quite important, but we'll come to that later. It's just important that you know that that's there. And when we scroll down, okay, we can see our editor there. That appears on the ticker type page. If someone's been there before you and left it on ticker mode or global settings, you won't see the editor. It needs to be on ticker type. You don't need to worry about the ticker mode or the global settings. Those have already been set when the ticker was installed by the 123 staff, all you need to worry about is the actual ticker type on there. Once you're on the ticker type page and the editor is visible, you can go ahead and edit the ticker. Here you've got all the various functions that you're used to using on your page and post editors, and we can change the color, bold, size, all things can be changed here. The default color for the website is a sort of bright purple red color, which has been set to it so it appears there, but you can, if you wish, change it here, or you can change parts of it here simply by highlighting and using the text color there. But we're going to happy with the color as is just now, but I would like to change the message. Okay, so this is a message about the sports day being postponed until next Wednesday. We've just found out it's now not going to be able to happen until Thursday, so I want to change the message. So we're going to change that to Thursday. There we are. And it says, please contact Mrs. Rose for further information or see our news page for further updates. Now, it's good that that information is on the home page going around the ticker, telling people they can look at the news page. But wouldn't it be good if we can actually redirect them to the news page to save them having to navigate to it? Well, we can. All we need to do is we can highlight the piece of text, in this case news page, that we want it to link to, and we come up here to insert or edit link. We click on there, and in the box that appears we click on link options, and we can see there's a URL or web address box which the link will go to. It's blank at the moment, so what I'm going to do is, on a tab that I prepared earlier, here is the news page that I would like the link to go to on our ticker. So I'm going to highlight the web address or the URL. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my news ticker and the other tab, and I'm going to paste in the URL, which I've just done there in on the link to the from the text. I then click on add link, and you can see now that news page is a different color. That's indicating that there is a live link on it. Okay, so I've changed it to Thursday. Okay, I've put a live link on it. Incidentally, there is a box down here for linking. If you put a link in there, a page, a URL in there, the whole of the message will then go to that link. Whereas how I've done it there, I've created a link which just goes from the one part of the highlighted text that I want. But if you created a message and you wanted the whole thing to go to that link, you can simply put it in there. Okay, so I've updated my message. I now want to make sure that it looks okay. Before I leave the editor to save those changes, I need to go and click update there on the right hand side. So I'll click update. Okay, it's telling us now there that the Ditty News ticker has been updated. So let's go back to the front of the website, hover over the name, come down and click on visit site. And we're now back at the front of the public end of the website. And this is the message that they see coming round on the ticker. So due to weather forecast, sports day has been postponed until Thursday, so that change has taken effect. Please contact Mrs. Rose for further information, or see our news page. And there is news page, and you can see by the color there is a link on it. If I just put my cursor over the ticker, it stops, which is great. And then we just click on that link, news page, and you see it automatically goes to the page we set it to, which is great. It's better for the visitor. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the home page that we were on. And there we are, and we can see all is well that. Now we're quite happy with that. That's our update done. But whilst we're here, I'd just like to show you by going into the page editor for the home page that there is our page, and the message is not scrolling around, instead of which we've got the short code. There it is, Ditty News Ticker ID 571, and that's the short code that I showed you when we were in editing the ticker. So should that by accident get deleted when you're editing the page, and these things do happen, you simply go back to the news ticker and copy the short code and paste it back into your page, and your ticker will reappear there. Okay, so that's how the shortcode works. So we'll go back and view the page, and there we go. Now, that's everything to do with the ticker, but should you want to create a new ticker, let's say that's the homepage one, you wanted to have one on a class page for class news going around there, you can do that quite simply by going back to the dashboard, okay, down to our news tickers again, okay, and you could go to add new there, okay, or you can go to all your news tickers where there's your homepage news ticker, and you could click add new there, okay, or even whilst you're in your homepage news ticker, you can go there and add new. So when you add new, let's just say you've made a news ticker for class 2, you just name it class 2 news ticker, okay, you scroll down, you put the message that you want to appear into the ticker text there, and as it's a new ticker, instead of update there, the button will say publish, okay, and what you do is you then just click publish, you come along, you highlight and you copy the short code, and you then paste it in to the page where you want that ticker to appear. So, you know, if you've got class 2 news, you could actually put it on the class 2 page and you would have a ticker there. But I'm not aware of any other websites which have done that, but the option is there should you want it. But what I've done and showed you in this tutorial is how to update your homepage news ticker. Now we're going to have a look at how to getting the best out of images on your website. Images are very important to the appearance of your website. They help provide the kind of online first impression of your school that you'd want to portray. And today we're going to work with single images, galleries of images, and featured images. So in order for us to work with the images today, I've created a post, an image tutorial post. There it's there. Now we're going to be working with a post today, but it makes no difference if you're working with pages or posts. Images work in exactly the same way. To all intents and purposes, pages and posts, all aspects of editing working exactly the same way. They're just used in a different way on the website. So today we're going to go to this image tutorial post that I've created. There it is. There's nothing on it just now apart from a small bit of text. And what we're going to do to begin inserting images is I'm going to go up to here and click on Edit Post. And here we've got the post editor appear, the normal editing area that we're used to. And what we're going to do, first of all, is insert a single image in there. Okay, so I'm going to place my cursor at the beginning of this text because I'd really like my image to work with this text, or this text to wrap around the image. So I'm going to go up here to Add Media. I click Add Media, and this takes us to the media library where all of our images, in fact all of our media, PDFs and everything is stored on the website here. But we've gone to here and we're looking at images to add to the page. Now I could just choose any one of those, insert it into the page. If, however, I've not uploaded the image I want to use on the page yet and it's still on our computer, I simply come across here to the tab which says Upload Files, click on it. I can drag from my computer desktop or folder and drop them here to upload them, or I can click on select files. That will open a dialog box in the computer. You browse the folder where your image is, you select it, select open, and it will be uploaded to the website. But I'm not needing to do that because I have what I want on the website, so I'm going to cancel there and return to the media library where our images are stored. Okay, I'm going to choose this image of a dinosaur to go into the post. I've clicked on it, a small arrow has appeared in its corner there, and it tells us down here that I've selected the one item. I come along to here and click on insert into post. Once I've done that, the image appears on the page editor. Now that's quite a big image, it's come in at full size, and if I click on the image, I get a quick edit box appears above it, and from this I can actually change the alignment, so I can have the image aligned to the left of the page, center of the page, right of the page, or no alignment whatsoever. Okay, and that will mean a difference to the text which you've already got on there. If you've got no alignment, whatever text you've got will actually appear below the image. We have the remove button. It deletes the image from the page, but it's important to know that it does not delete it from the media library. So if you remove it from the page and you change your mind and you want to go back, you just simply insert another one from the media library. So removing from the page does not delete it from the website. Quite important to know. Here you've got the editing pencil for a full edit. I'm going to click on that. And again, we've got our alignment options, which we did have on the quick edit. Here we've got the actual size of the image, and you can see it is currently full size. Click on the little arrow to the side and we can choose various different sizes. And if we want to, we can actually choose custom size and set it to the exact size that we want on there. As it is, I'm going to go for medium, which is 300 by 188. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see that the image got a bit smaller there on the right hand side. Now below the size we have a link to, and the image by default, when you put one in, will link to its own file in the media. So when it's clicked on the page, even though if you've made it smaller, as we will be doing, it will click on and it will enlarge the actual image from the media library and it will show it full size. That's the default link on there. However, should we want to change that, like we did with our ticker, and point it to another part of the website or to any website, we simply click on there, and when we click on custom URL, we can paste in the URL that we copy, as we did in the ticker example, into there, and the link then, instead of going to its own image, will go to the link that you've set up. If you have set it up to go to another website, for instance, you can click there so that the link opens in a new tab. Okay, all that's left to show you on the main image editing details there is should you change your mind and think, no, I don't want that image there on the page, I want another one, you can click there to replace it. Okay, and that will take you back to media library where you can select your new image. Okay, but we're happy with it. I've got it set to align to the right. It's a medium size image and it's linking to its own image in the media library. So we're going to update there, and we return to the page now, and you can see that the image is on the right hand side and the text is on the left. You can see that it's a smaller image than it was to begin with. If we want to, we can, by now clicking the quick edit, we can change so it aligns over to the left, and you see the text has gone to the right. Okay, we can align it to the center, but if we did that, the text does not split between the two. I'll show you, it actually goes below, which is not quite what we want. So I'm going to set up so it's the right, so we've got the image on the right and we've got the text on the left. Okay, happy with that. Now I could just update the page and go away, and the page would be as I want it. If I'm not quite sure, I can come up here and click on Preview Changes. Okay, so if I click on Preview Changes, a new tab opens and you can see what the post looks like, okay, or will look like once it's updated. And there is the image we put in, okay, to the right hand side of the text. And if I click on that image, now it enlarges to the full version, which is in the media file. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to close this preview, which opened in the new tab. Okay, and that takes me back to the page. Okay, so now all I need to do is update the page, and it would be fixed, forever saved with this image and the text as it is. But today I'm going to show you how to add below this a gallery of images. Okay, so I'm going to place the cursor down below where I want to put my gallery. Now, why we might want to use a gallery is because whilst we can put in lots of single images, as I've just showed you, that tends to fill a page up and tends to not look its best. And not making the best use of the page, where you've just got a single page there on the, and then down below it you might have another single page, and so on. In this instance, it's good to insert a gallery of images. Now, don't confuse a gallery of images to the gallery page on your website. The gallery page is simply a page which is called gallery, and it has lots of galleries of images inserted on them. We're going to insert a gallery of images on this page so you see how to do it. Okay, so having placed the cursor, we go back up to Add Media as we did for the single image, and we click on Add Media. It takes us to the media library once more as it did for a single image, but now over on the left hand side we click on Create Gallery. What happens is the media library comes back, but up the top there it actually now says Create Gallery, and what we can do is we now select the images we want to put in our gallery. So I'm going to have this one, this one, this one. Now you see each one that's been selected has a small arrow showing it's been selected, and they also show down the bottom. Okay, and there we go. So I've selected 6 of them. If you change your mind, okay, you can just click on the little tab there and it will deselect it, but I do want that one, so I've reselected it. So now I've got 6 images there which I want to put in my gallery. So we simply come across, click on Create a New Gallery, and there is our images that we've selected, all 6 of them. And if we decide, oh no, I'd actually like to add more, I can go back by clicking Add Gallery, and that will take us back to the media library to add on more. If I decide I want to remove any, I can just click on the cross and then we'll go from there. If I want to reorder them, okay, I can just drag and drop them to where I want them to go. And if I want to add a caption, I can. So I'll just put a caption there. This is a caption which I've added on there. Now over here we've got the amount of columns that it displays in. The default is 3, and I'm going to leave it on 3 because I've got 6 images, which will give me 2 rows of 3, which is nice. Okay, we've got something here called random order, which means when it comes up on the page, they don't come up in the same position each time, but I'm not going to use that, but it's there should you want to. And here we've got the size of the images as they display in the gallery. Now, we have various choices. We can have medium, large, or full size images. I strongly suggest that you leave it on thumbnail because that will make all of your images on the page displaying in a uniform 150 pixels square. And unless it's a very, very small image, which is less than 150 that you've added, all of them will be uniform in size and look good. So I suggest you leave them on thumbnail when you are inserting your gallery. Now that we've done that, I'm going to click Insert Gallery, and there we go on the page. If I scroll down, you'll see those are the 6 images on there. There's the caption that I wrote on that one there. If I want to edit the gallery in any way, what I do is just click any place within where the images are, and up comes at the top here, or a blue box goes all the way around with 2 symbols at the top. You've got remove. If you remove that, your gallery will disappear, but as with the individual images, the images will still be in the media library. So if you wanted to put in another gallery, or you change your mind again and you put the same gallery back in, you just simply go back and you create a new gallery using those images, because they'll still be in the media library even if you remove the gallery from the page. Okay, but if you want to edit the gallery, you might want to add further images to it, or change the rows or such. You just click on the edit. You go back to the main editor where you can drag and drop them as we did earlier. You can change the columns. You could change the size. So it gives you a chance to edit. If you decide you want to add more images, you simply click on Add to Gallery. That will take you to the media library and you add further images. We can then go and then update the gallery, and there we have it. Okay, so I've now put in a single image and a gallery of images on the page. Let's have a little look how that gallery looks, and I'm going to do that by, again, rather than updating the page, I'm going to go to Preview Changes, and appearing there is the post in the preview, and there is the gallery. Now, I think that looks far better than individual images splattered all over the page, if they're all about the same thing, as certainly they are in this case. So we've now got the 2 rows of 3 images, all very nice, all of a uniform size, and should we want to click on them, you'll see that the image then goes to its full size, and the caption that we put on appears below, and here we have a scrolling arrow so that we can go through the various size images, and you'll see as that one's a bit smaller, that one's a bit smaller. Also, you'll see that when you visit the scrolling viewer, they show in the full size, but when they're displayed on the page, they're all a nice uniform size, which is quite neat. Okay, so that looks quite good to me. I'm happy with that. I won't forget to close down the preview tab. Okay, we're back on the page. There it is, and now I'm happy with it. What I must remember and do is click Update on the page to save the changes, save the fact that I've added the gallery and the individual image. So I'm going to click Update of the page, or the post in this case, and when we go back to View Post, there is our finished post, and it's got the images in a gallery on there, and we've got the single image there. Now we could have typed in above the gallery when the editor, a title for these this gallery of images should we have wanted to. Okay, so we're happy with that. We're happy with the page. Now we're going to have a look at featured images. We've done individual, we've done galleries of images. We're now going to look at featured images. Now, all of these posts are displayed on the news page, okay, giving you a small excerpt and an image. Now, that's the one we've just done. Look, image tutorial post. And we've got there the default grey man, which is, it's okay, but it's not as interesting as a nice featured images. Look at these posts below, super healthy dinner menu, and we've got some nice food there. Makes the post look more inviting. Okay, same thing, Victorian classroom images there. Great new play area there. So it makes the post more inviting, and when you click on it, it takes you into it. So how can we get rid of this default grey man and make a nice interesting image? Well, we do that using featured images. So to go into it, let's go to the post. Okay, there it is. That's the post we were just working on a few minutes ago. And what we need to do is put in a featured image. So we go to edit post. Here's the editor again, but now we scroll down on the right hand side. Here you'll see something called the featured image, and we click on a link which says featured image. That takes us to the media library, and we can select one of these images as the featured image. I'm going to select our big friend the dinosaur there. Simply click on it, come down and click set featured image, and there it is. It's appeared as our featured image. Should you change your mind and want another one, you just click remove featured image, and that link will then change back to set featured image, which you click, take you back to the media library and choose another one as featured image. But I'm happy with that dinosaur as our featured image. Okay, and what we need to do is click update to make sure that that featured image is actually saved before we leave the post. So we'll click update, and we'll go to view post. The post has not changed, you may say. It hasn't changed, but how it's displayed on the news category page has. And there we go. You see now, instead of the default grey man, we've got our dinosaur there, which looks far more interesting on the page than the grey man. So very simple fix there. Can make your website look much better and more inviting simply by setting a featured image. Another way which posts can look better is by creating a blog display. Now this is something which either myself, James or Colin can add to your website, and it's just a way of displaying your posts. In this case, it's the head teacher's blogs post, and it displays the post with a featured image, providing you've set a featured image. It has a title, it has a small excerpt, and a read more button, which takes you to the post to read more. It's quite nice, and you can set up so that it displays various amounts, and these are the different pages that we've got. It's currently showing 3 to a page on the blog. This is the display on there, as I say, which you can set up, which looks quite nice, and it's dynamic in as much that anytime a new post is created, it's automatically displayed on the front page there, or in this case the head teacher's blog, anytime a new post is created in the head teacher's blog, it is displayed on the front page there. You need to do nothing, so it's quite dynamic. Your front page is changing, information is changing, the images are changing, and you've got to do nothing for it. So that's quite a nice feature which we can add if it's something that you would like to do. Okay, so I've covered this afternoon how to update your news ticker, how to insert and use single images, galleries of images, and featured images. If you've got any questions at all on what we've covered today, please let us know. And the next webinar that we're going to have a look at adding new pages and menu items to your website and updating the home page slider. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much for listening.